you can hear any water. If not, I'm fucking done. Audio works now? I don't know what the fucking problem was before. I was about to throw the phone. Just take a fucking nap. Well, at least that's fucking working now. I don't know what the deal is with the link. Yeah, me neither. I have no idea. I thought I muted it. I did that to myself the other day, but I double checked a couple times and it wasn't the mic on my end. It was probably just some bullshit with YouTube. Come on. Oh, it's fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, I talked to Pac last night. For a little while. I was supposed to call him back, but I got busy doing shit. Oh, joy of joys. Yeah, I'm technologically illiterate for the most part, too, so I don't know how to make that shit work. Oh, yo, Colt, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. You want food, Chubby? You look like you're anticipating some. Yeah. Um, yeah, we'll give you that big one right there. You missed, Hoss. Come on, dude. You could do better than that. No? You want a small one? Here's a couple. There's a couple small ones. Oh no, you want that big one. Did you get it? Yeah, you got it that time. Yeah, I am on my phone, Queen. That might be the issue. Oh, is there more? Get it. Oh, you just splashed me with water, dude. No, we definitely tried. Oh, you did get it. Here, here's another one. There's another one right there, dude. Welcome back, Trisha. You done with the shrimp now? Oh, we'll try mealworms if you come back around. Hi, Brooklyn. Yeah, I put some childproofing on this center brace so he don't scratch himself up if he goes batshit again. So far, I haven't woken up to him with a bunch of scrapes. Merry Christmas to you too, BB. Yeah, I'll call you Anna. That's much easier to say. Ah. Hi, Kelly. It was the mealworms he wanted. Yeah, if you get them all early, no one can say they didn't get one either, Trisha. Like, bitch, I was handing mine out in December. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's like, I know I haven't seen you, but it ain't new anymore. It's breaking itself in by March, you dippy shit. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on when they put that shit out. You got to have a friend on the inside. Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't noticed at ours, but I'm sure it's coming if it's not there already. I was there today. I had to grab. I literally went there only for coffee and dog treats because our old dog is picky and has trouble eating a lot of the treats the younger dogs like. So we found one that she can have too because it's soft enough. And that's where they had them. I haven't seen them anywhere else, so that's where we go for them. And the coffee's like $1 cheaper than the next place. Yeah, I hate that shit, man. It's so funny. Everybody's in such a hurry, then they get to the stupid checkout lines they have at Walmart, and it's like fucking deer in the headlights. You don't know what the fuck you're doing now? Jesus Christ, people. I watched one side yesterday, or the day before, rather. There was 100 people online on one side, and all the self-checkout registers were full. There were 3 or 4 people at all of the 3 regular cashiers that were open. And then I look to the other side as I'm walking up to go check out, and there's no one online. And there's like 5 self-checkouts open, and there's one person at each of the 2 registers that are open on that side. I'm like, you dippy motherfuckers, man. Yeah, Queen, your gift everyone is going to love and then hate. They're going to love it because they're going to get it and it's awesome, and then they're going to eat it and it's going to be gone and they're going to hate it. Oh, I cook brats all year, Trisha. Yeah, there's always obligatory store-bought shit. Shit, it's awesome though, because as my kid gets older, he gets easier to shop for. His tastes are much more refined than they used to be. But that was actually kind of easy too, because then you could just get him just about any fucking thing, and he was happy as hell. I don't know. I spoiled the shit out of him when he was little. He's my only child, so when he was little, like it was kind of obscene. Yeah, so that's basically what he gets. And if there's a video game or a controller or a headset or fucking sneakers, something like that, then that's the shit I actually go get. But yeah, cash is always good. Nope. Nope. Definitely nothing wrong with the fucking greenbacks, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, my kid don't really the older he gets, the more he wants to be able to do for his little brother and sister. But yeah, he's got a pretty big heart. He always had though. When his friends were mean to their little brothers, he would bring them home and give them a cookie and some milk and put them on the couch and have them watch cartoons and just hang out here for an hour or two, so their asshole bigger brother wouldn't fuck with them. Yeah, yeah, it's good to instill empathy in the kids, man. Well, it's good to be the oddball when you're out in all the best ways. Being decent, if that's what sets you apart, that's a good thing to be, guilty of. Yeah, anybody that has fucking real empathy is a treasure. Yeah, I think he did mention that before, actually. Man, my sister would find out where they gave out the full-size candy bars and not tell the other kids. I don't know, Trisha. That's pretty good grandkids, though. Easy to always have their favorite cookies and have an extra bed for them right in the living room. My aunt and uncle, they had one child, and so far that's pretty much the route she's going. She's got two pit bulls, and they're both gray and white, and they have exactly opposite markings. Uh, Phoebe, her left ear is gray, and I forget the boy's name now, but his right ear is gray. The same patch on the back, and they're different dogs from different parents. It's crazy, but they're adorable. Hi, Callie. Merry Christmas to you too, sweetie. Let me answer my stepson. Okay, I'm back. Jesus Christ. I went to the fucking, speaking of Christmas, I was at the pet store because I had to go get tires for the truck. And right next to the tire shop is a little strip mall, and they got a Petco. So I walked in there, I'm looking at the fish. And I noticed for Christmas, they have little moss covered trees that go in your fish tank with actual live moss on it. And they got a little star and some kind of plastic, it looks like a ribbon wrapped around it. And I'm like, dude, my fish would fuck that thing up and probably eat the ribbon. Speaking of which, I was fucking around last night. And no, Trisha, listen, they're like $15 and it wouldn't last 15 minutes in here. And I'm scared he would eat the fucking plastic ribbon thing. I was fucking around and I put this little 3-inch long rubber snake on the surface of the water. There's these little hollow spots which allow it to float. He circled underneath it for like 20 seconds and then he grabbed it right by the head and tried to eat it. So I worry. Yeah, I could put it on the outside, but then the moss would die. It's aquatic moss. Or I'd have to keep it extremely wet, put it in a jar. But yeah, so far he's left those alone. He moved them from that crack between the two rocks to the ground. And then I put it on the top of that, and he moved it back to the ground and over here. So then I stuck it up there next to that white rock, and then he moved it over to here. That one's been where it sits for about 2 weeks, but that one gets moved around. But so far for the last 2 days, it's been right there. But I did make it so he could move them. He does get mad he can't move the bamboo, though. But it's funny when he tries to push the rocks around. He was getting that one to move a little bit the other day, so I'm probably going to have to go hunting for some bigger rocks and then re-landscape this, so then he'll be pissed off for a week again. Yeah, I was looking at the possible friends I could get for him, and they didn't have the ones I really wanted, and the other ones that they had were not the healthiest looking fish. Yes. Okay. But yeah, they weren't too lively, I'll say. One of them looked like he was getting beat up. I don't know which ones were doing it. I wasn't seeing it happen, but his fins were all fucked up. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to raise it either way, but I want to start with at least a somewhat healthy looking fish. I mean, healthy looking don't always mean it's healthy, but it's a better place to start than one that looks sick. Yeah, no, no. So, because I would have to, if I have to medicate this tank for any reason whatsoever, I could lose whatever snails are in there. I don't mind that. But the catfish, I can't use a lot of the same medications on the catfish, so I'd have to move them if I had to use medication on him. Ray's not here, Nick. Or Ken Nickerson. He might come around, though. I don't know. Yeah, Allison got pissed off the other night because I let it go a day longer than I normally do before I vacuumed it, and it evaporated a little extra, and it was really loud. And she's like, "Ugh, the fucking thing is loud." I'm like, "Dude, you're just noticing at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting up and topping that fucking thing off at 3 o'clock in the morning. I promise tomorrow night it won't fucking sound like that." But I ain't doing it right fucking now. Yeah, see, the funny thing is, even when it's loud, I don't think it doesn't sound bad to me. It sounds like falling water. It's just louder. And she doesn't mind it as long as it's after she turns the it depends. This is bare minimum for my Oscar. It's 75, but 60 can be big depending on what you want to put in it. No, I was looking for that, Queen. I didn't see that option anywhere. Um yeah, I don't see that as an option. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Well, preference is everything. You gotta, you know, get what you like. No point doing otherwise. Yeah, about as ready as I can be, BB. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the same since the boy grew up. Allie's boys are older than him, even. So, nice. I introduced my oldest, or no, my second oldest niece to calamari at my favorite Italian place one time when my brother let me have her, me and my now ex have her overnight. Uh, but she loved the fried calamari and she ate almost as much as I did. And then she ate her pizza. And she was a chubby little girl. And she liked to eat. And I'd let her eat as much as she wanted. About 2 hours after we dropped her off at home, my brother, or actually, no, my brother was laughing. My sister in law called me and she says, "What the fuck is Maya throwing up?" I said, "I don't know. What are you talking about?" She's like, "There's these little half circle things all over the fuck." She goes, "All over my lap and the floor." She's like, "Pizza, I can fucking identify the pizza, but what the fuck is that other shit? Tell me that's not worms." I'm like, "No, that's calamari, man." She goes, "Calamari." She goes, "Isn't that squid?" I said, "Yeah, it's squid. It's chopped up and fried." I said, "The any other questionable bits are the tentacles." I said, "Those are really crispy," and she really liked that part. I said, "But she ate a lot of it." And yeah, she definitely overate. But yeah, it really freaked her fucking mother out. But needless to say, if we were going out to eat, she wouldn't let her come over anymore. Pac? Is Pac Ken Nickerson? Because I didn't see Pac coming in incognito. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't see. Maybe I'm just fucking blind. I'm looking though. Yeah, I don't see sexy little mama. Oh, I don't see him. Definitely shouldn't be blocked. Not by me, anyway. That's the son of a bitch. I don't know how the fuck I can, probably not. But I don't know. Queen would know better than me. Because I'm pretty sure I gave Mrs. Pock's channel a wrench when Pock came in under that name before. Pretty sure. Then it probably is. If he messages me, I'll know that that's him. And I'll have to go into... Yep, there's a message. Okay. Alright, I might black out for a second. I'm gonna go tell him I gotta fucking check that out later because I have no idea how to do it now. Okay, he did message me. Yeah, and beans don't burn on the grill. But yeah, evidently, somehow, I can't see him on here, so... I don't know if he has any fucking wisdom on how to fix that kind of shit while you're vertical streaming on your phone. Maybe. I don't know. Hawk said just tell you guys to unblock me. I think BB has a managing mod. Everyone else has one. I know I made a couple people, but a couple of those people haven't been here for a fucking while. But I'm pretty sure BB's a managing mod. Queen might be too. I don't know. If not, I can make you one, Queen. Trisha even. I mean, not a whole lot to fucking manage, but I need all the help I can get. I believe so, BB. Let me double check. Yeah, you're a managing mod, BB. Yeah, you are too, Queen. Yeah, I don't know. I figured it would be nice to have a couple. Yeah. Yeah, he's telling me that he's coming under his code name, Queen. on Messenger. Yeah. I don't know what the fucking deal is. Well, BB, you're the core of the core four, so you're the fucking dead mother over at Craig's. You have our best interest at heart. And I know that, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, he says he tells me he doesn't miss the bullshit, just the good people uh, that did come around. But yeah, we don't get assholes over here. We don't talk about other people. I mean, anybody that's come in here trolling just got blocked, and if they came back with another thing saying the same shit, they got blocked too. Very few occurrences of that so far, though. You know what? I'm gonna screenshot that, and then I can look up the channel when we're done here. I'm gonna have to figure out some way of measuring him. That might work. I'll put my fucking straight edge ruler across there. I got a 3-foot ruler. Yeah. I don't want to do that either. Well, fuck. Yeah, I'll go double check on Mrs. Pock's channel. And then if I can, I'll make her a moderator too. Pock, if you're listening, comment on a fucking video or something. I think I could make you a mod from there, but then I can go check But then again, it might not show up. Never fucking mind. I'll find her channel. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Can always try again. Fucking story of the day today. Do over. Oh, shit. Yeah, they have an option, but I'm not sure if you could do it with the phone. When you go live and you select your title and shit like that, description and whatever else, it has a go live together option where you can send someone a link. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. It probably is different for the phone. Which one? This one? This guy is, I don't know. I think he might be close to 11 inches if he's not 11 inches already. I gotta find a way to measure him. And the biggest of the catfish is that guy right there, I think. Yeah, I think he's the longest one. He's, I think he's just a little shy of 6 inches. Actually, no, the biggest one is underneath here. You could just see his stripe. That guy's 5 inches, but he's got a bigger, fatter belly. But this guy's, his head's wider and his body's longer. And he's the only one that went back underneath his little cave when I reconstructed it. I took the half the flower pot that was in there out so I could clean behind it easier. If it wasn't there, it's easier to clean behind. I moved that pot a few inches forward so I could clean behind it. And I made, there was 3 caves with the upside down broken pot. I rebuilt that one a little different so I could see in from this side, but I made 1, 2, and another little spot that I have seen them under, but they each have a spot at least for themselves, and those 2 would rather hang out by the intakes. Yeah, I haven't followed football in forever. Yeah, what's up, Jasper? When my cousin lived with us when I was younger. He watched fucking everything. He would watch fucking cricket, rugby, soccer, football, baseball, basketball, fucking hockey, everything. But yeah, the best game I ever watched, and I don't even remember why I watched it with him. Uh, I, I didn't care about either team, but it was the best played game of football I'd seen in a long, long time. And I was like, holy shit, man. I'm kind of glad I hung out here watching football with you. That's good. Yeah, yeah. He used to be because he played a lot of sports. He's a couple years younger than me, but he's the reason I got really good at football in the first place. Because even being younger than me, he was going, to like football camps and doing it in school. So anything he could pass on from what he learned there, I took in shit. I wasn't too proud to learn from a younger person. Age doesn't necessarily equate with experience in my, in my experience. Yeah, my cousin was like calling the fucking play, like, he was into everything. So I don't know if he is that, hardcore now, but I know he does still follow his teams. But he works a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I always like playing sports more than watching them. Fuck, what's that guy's name for the Yankees? Son of a bitch. He used to be the announcer for the Yankees. And it was about 20 years ago. But I was doing a job in Westchester County, and he gets out of the fucking car in the driveway of the house I'm tiling the bathroom in. And I'm like, dude, ain't that the fucking guy from ESPN or whatever it was? And uh, she's like, oh yeah, that's my brother. I can't remember his fucking name now. I'll have to look it up. But she was a terrible housekeeper. I would never have imagined that dude in the fucking $5,000 three-piece suit that just got out of his Mercedes was her brother. Her husband, maybe, but not hers. But yeah, every time I would have to kick laundry out of the way to be able to walk through the hallway from the garage where I was cutting tile to the bathroom, just inside the house. The laundry room was in between the garage door and the door into the house, and it just piled up in the hallway. It was terrible. Yeah, it's not moving, dude. See how he tries to move that fucking thing? Why are you getting pissy? You feel like I'm not paying you enough attention? What's your problem, bro? Was that bamboo talking shit about your mom? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Are you gonna come over here acting tough? No? Okay. It's funny because when I'm up here with Allison and she is just sitting here, she'll go, Jesus Christ, look at that asshole. And I don't know uh, if she's talking about Pigpen, our dog Rubble, or the cat Larry. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible, Trisha. Yeah, he's not the only fish in there, Jasper. There's three of those catfish right there. Those two, after I rearrange the rocks, like to hide out over there. That guy and his buddy. But you can see the little saw blade looking fucking scales on the side down the body. That's why the Oscar don't try to fucking eat them. Um, but that guy there on the right is about 5 inches. This guy is about 4.5 probably. Uh, but that guy and the guy that lives under this rock get most of the food. And this guy's about 6 inches. I don't know if you can see his stripe down there or not. It's kind of dark under that rock. But yeah, I've gone to like friend's house and walked in, and it was one kid his mom was a single mom, had 3 sons, and she lived with her 2 sisters and their 2 daughters. They each had a daughter, and they were all, well, the 2 daughters were 14 and 15, I think, and my friend was probably like 13, because that's about the age I was. He had a little brother and an older brother, so he was probably 14 or 15. But none of them women gave two shits, because it's a house full of predominantly women. And so, yeah, we tried to hurry through the house to the three boys' room, which was the basement. And that was cool. And eventually, they let them open up the outside door so they could walk in and out straight to the basement. And I'm like, dude, that was the coolest fucking thing your mom ever did, man. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's not quite with the food, but just dirty laundry all over the place wherever they kicked it off or happened to throw it. It was unpleasant, to say the least. But yeah, my brother had a girlfriend whose parents were animal hoarders, and as soon as you open their door to their house, you get hit in the face with an ammonia brick. And if they knew company was coming, it would be a Clorox Pine Sol ammonia brick. There was no covering it up with like 10 dogs and fucking 20 or 30 cats. They had a bunch of goldfish, a ferret, kind of like my ex. She has a bunch of stupid fur-bearing critters, knowing our kid has pet allergies. But yeah, when you would go upstairs to the room he shared with her, you literally were walking over landmines the whole up the stairs and down the hallway, the 6 steps or whatever it was. It wasn't a huge house, but it was fucking gross. I hated going there. But he didn't want to leave and come to my house. But fuck, man, I hated that shit. It's just nasty. I mean, I had a big lizard, 2 snakes, and a smaller lizard, and my dog in my room when I still lived at home, and you couldn't tell I had any animals in my room at all. Well, until one got on you. The snakes were cool, they wouldn't get on you, but the lizard had free roam. He could get on you, and the dog would get on you too, because he wanted to just be loved. But yeah, you couldn't tell that, there was a 6-foot fucking iguana and a couple of snakes and a baby iguana in the other side of the room. The fact that the lizard shit in the water was both a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing because it was easy to clean, and if he did shit in it, it would like amplify the smell, so you knew as soon as you opened the door, you got to go clean that motherfucker. But the curse was he would shit in it 15 minutes after you replace the water in his tub. And it takes about 20 minutes to fucking empty it and clean it and refill it. And then he'd get right in there and shit in it again. So then you had to do it, as long as you let him shit in it, then he would go a day or two. But yeah, he would get another shit out before, I went to bed. Like, you fucking prick, man. Yeah, I try not to sleep in rooms with unknown characters at all. Yeah. Well, as long as you understand the snake, they're really predictable. And as long as you make sure they can't get out, they're going to stay in their cage. But when they do get out, like I said, they're predictable. I knew exactly where it would be if it did. Because the ball python did escape a couple times, and it was always in the same spot behind my dresser. Curled up on the slide for the drawer, right at the back. The bull snake, on the other hand, he never got out, but if he did, I wouldn't know the first place to look for him because he would be roaming. He would probably get out of the room, whereas the ball python looks for somewhere dark and warm and goes there. Whereas where the bull snake is a native snake to North America, the northeast of North America, well, actually, what I had was a pine snake, a northern pine snake. So they're native to my area, too. And, yeah, he hunted his food. He wasn't an ambush predator by any means. When he was hungry, I could tell because he would just start patrolling his cage nonstop. But I've had two of my snakes get out here, and one I had to cut a hole in the in the storage space behind the shower because he got in between the floor joists in the closet where the pipe went down into the floor, and yeah, luckily I could unscrew a piece of wood there, but I couldn't on the other end. And I wouldn't know if I couldn't shine a flashlight down there and then my camera and see what I saw. Because I couldn't stick my head in there and look. And it was a guess on how where to cut the hole, but I lucked out. I didn't hit the snake, and I didn't cut it completely in the wrong area either. It was like 8 inches in front of where his head was. So when I stuck the camera down there, and my son had a tape measure scooting it under the floor because it's long and you can, keep pushing it across. And it touched him and he came crawling underneath the hole, and I just reached down and grabbed him. But the other time, it got onto the storage rack, but there was a heater there, but it got on the storage rack and knocked a bunch of shit over, and Allison heard it and went to look to see what the fuck if it was the cat in there or something, and I was woken up with a scream. But I found the weaknesses and fixed it, and they haven't gotten out since, so knock on wood. But yeah, as for that, when I had the iguana, he had free roam. I built him a platform with short walls, like 18-inch walls. So if he wanted to lay on the floor and feel like he was hiding, he could. And heat lamps and UV and shit. And he could get off of that and onto the floor in the room and wherever he wanted. So I'd woken up with him on the bed. I've woken up with him on me on the bed. But he was super chill, so it was like waking up with the dog next to you. My mother-in-law was here for a month before she realized I had snakes in the house. And she was literally within a couple of feet of all three of them every time she took a shower. And she didn't even realize it. She one day was helping Allison with rearranging the shelves in the linen closet, because it's a big walk-in closet and most of it is not used for linen. It's only like 4 shelves. I put them there. But it was 4.5 feet by like 7 feet worth of space that wasn't being used, so I set up a little table for some plants in there and I put the snakes in there. She's like, I just thought there were other lizards or something because we had a bearded dragon. And I'm like, no, those are snakes. She's like, I've never seen them. I'm like, well, no, because you're not out when the lights are out. You're not up there when the lights are out. They're nocturnal. They only come out at night. They like to hide all day. But she was always saying that she couldn't sleep in a house if they had snakes, because I told her I had snakes. And I think I said had and not have. And she's like, yeah, I couldn't sleep in it. I'm like, what do you mean? You've fucking been here a month. Every time you took a shower, you were in the same room with the fuckers. She freaked out a little bit at first, but then she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. They're not scary. They're not monsters. I haven't taken one out of the cage and shown it to her. Well, one time, but I didn't go near her. I just walked past her to take it outside. But yeah, she froze up. She didn't like that. Good bastard. Oh, fucking plant. Alright, stay over there then. Yeah, I don't know. Night, Queen. I'll probably message you on Christmas Eve or Christmas. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you're gonna act tough? Oh, you are gonna act tough. You're gonna start flaring your gills and trying to make yourself look big. Yeah, anytime I see one that I don't think I grabbed before, I steal them off of Facebook. A couple of different Grateful Dead pages on there. One, I think, is dedicated to somebody making like customized Scully prints. So they'll do like their dead dog in the behind the lightning bolt. I don't know. I looked through. I think I did repost one or two like around Christmas time, but they're fucking. There was a lot of them. I still got to go delete a shitload of them off of my phone. I hate to think how many I got. I'll find out though. But yeah, whenever I see a cool one, I try to grab it up. I was fucking listening to some former biker fucking club president talking on some channel the other day when I was cleaning Pigpen's tank, and it auto played a Hell's Angels documentary from 1983 that the Hell's Angels actually funded and had made by a legitimate documentary maker. And they had Jerry Garcia on there because they had him playing with his band. his solo project band at some biker party, and the guy's asking Jerry Garcia if he's like, "Yo, you ever afraid when you're hanging out with these guys?" And Jerry Garcia's like, "Well, fuck yeah, man." He's like, "These guys don't fuck around." He's like, "I'm absolutely fully respectful and all that shit." He's like, "I've known a lot of them for a long time, but I'm not going to try to be more familiar, you know?" He's like, "As long as you let them set the fucking ground rules," he's like, "and you follow them, we're good." He's like, "But yeah, man, I get fucking scared." He's like, "You don't know what might happen from one minute to the next." But it was cool. It was even before he started going really gray. It was an awesome little, I don't know, like 2 minute clip. But they played more of him performing music than of him talking. But it was cool. They added it. It was kind of candid. He was like, "Well, yeah, what the fuck do you want me to say? I'm not afraid. Get the fuck out of here." I got a buddy that sends me. A lot of times it's like live footage of different bands. A lot of the Dead or Jerry Garcia or some other side project from another Dead member. But a lot of good old music. And I started sending them to Queen. She's like, "Oh, send them to me." So whenever he sends me something good, I send it on to her. But he had like 3 or 4 army duffel bags full of bootlegs from the 4 years he was in college. Every summer, every second he had time off and they were touring, he was traveling around, behind them. And he had thousands probably of bootlegs. And he moved to Florida and then he moved back to New York. And at some point he moved back to Florida after I moved away. This is when I lived in Saratoga, and he's from Saratoga, but he moved back to Florida or something, but he left all his shit at his mom's, and she had a flood where she ended up getting literally like fucking 3 feet of water in her basement, and all of his bootlegs were on a low shelf, so, well, not all of them, but he had 1 out of the 4 bags, I think, he said he saved. Yeah, he lost a lot of shit they never put on any record they ever released. He had a lot of like one-off shit because they were just fucking high as fucking jamming. Oh yeah, yeah. I asked him about it, and it was through text. And he's telling me, "Man, you're gonna make me cry." He's like, "But I'll tell you." He's like, "'Cause you did appreciate it." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. He'd come over all the time with fucking shit to throw on the grill and one of those duffel bags." And yeah, and he would, dude, he was the single smartest, like, degenerate alcoholic I ever met in my life. And I can't really call him a degenerate, but he was drunk every fucking second of the day that he didn't have to be sober. And but he was college educated. He was a fucking arborist, a botanist. He could tell you the species of the fucking tree, how to tell exactly which subspecies of the tree it is, and all this other shit. But drank all the fucking time, and he took a lot of drugs. But he had stories with every single fucking one of those tapes. Fucking really fun to hang out with. I don't know how far fucking out he is now, but I definitely could drive up and see him. No, nope. He wasn't the type of guy that would get drunk and be like a belligerent fucker that wanted to fight. But he would try to get into like a battle of wits with you, and meanwhile, his wits are sludging along through fucking wet concrete. You know? Like, dude, your wits are far behind you right now, buddy. Like, you start off good and then you trail off into some weird tangent about something completely different. So just stop. He ended up getting annoying, but not, where you'd want to hit him. But yeah, I liked hanging out with Mike. I used to work with him. I was drinking a lot and doing a lot of drugs too. It's another reason why I'd like to go see what he's like when I'm sober. But Mike was good shit. A lot of fun. Very smart. He would be the type of dude you take to like a trivia night or something like that. Pop culture trivia, fucking music trivia, science. It didn't matter. He knew a lot about a lot of different shit. Fuck, we met him because he was working at the nursery we bought our Christmas trees from. And brought my boss there to get a tree, and he was talking to my boss, and he's like, "What do you do?" Look at him threaten me. We did tile work, and he's like, "Oh, you think I could do that?" He's like, "Yeah." He was paying more than they were at the nursery, so he came and started working for us after the new year. It was cool as hell. He knew a whole lot of cool historic spots around Saratoga that aren't in like the normal like shit they tell you about, with the little fucking tourism flyer. He a couple of personally owned properties that had cool ass stories from the Revolutionary War. Where cool old cemeteries and shit were that aren't on the beaten trail. It was cool knowing him because he was a local, and there's a lot of history there, early American history. And he knew all the cool swimming spots to hit too that weren't on like the state park where everybody else was. Mainly the state park police. We didn't like them fuckers. Their horses were cool. Good old Mike. His kids, his daughters were like 12 and 14, and he comes to work all excited because Chicago is going to the Performing Arts Center at the state park, and he's like, Mike, I got front row for Chicago, man. I'm like, Chicago? He's like, yeah, my daughters are coming next week, and they're coming for like 3 weeks, and like 3 days after they get here, Chicago's going to be playing at SPAC, man. And my daughters have wanted to see Chicago their whole fucking life. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man. My daughter asked me if we could try to see Chicago because she knew they were coming to SPAC, so we got her front row for Chicago. Like, dude, you got the weirdest fucking 14-year-old kid I ever met. She's cool as hell, though. No other 14-year-old at that time wanted to go see fucking Chicago. They wanted to go see, like, Little John. fucking ludicrous. But yeah, that was funny shit, man. I would have been excited too, I think. I wished I would have gotten off my ass and taken my kid to see Allman Brothers while I still could. Um, I gotta hope like the Trucks Tedeschi band comes around, or fucking Warren Haynes with Government Mule. He's got a pretty wide taste in music, same as me, from fucking death metal to classic rock to a little bit of everything in between. But yeah, she really did. I'm like, goddamn, man. There was another band that was coming. His younger daughter wanted to see them. It was another 70s band. I can't remember who the fuck it was. But as a bonus, when Allman Brothers came that year, he brought them to that too, and they fucking loved it. It's a really good vibe. The Allman Brothers was a really good vibe. All the Deadheads kind of seemed to congregate behind them after Jerry died. I got some of the best acid and mushrooms I've ever gotten from some dude in a fucking literal bus painted fucking red with a big steely head on the side. Oh, you gonna harass the camera? Come on. Yeah, I'm just saying it was the same kind of vibe, though. The Allman Brothers had that same kind of just everybody get along and fucking listen to some good music kind of thing. I mean, I'm a metalhead. That was my first real musical love, was heavy metal. But I've seen the Allman Brothers more than any other band. Oh, really? You're being a dick. But yeah, I never had a bad time at an Allman Brothers concert. Actually, I don't think that. No, I've never had a bad time at any fucking concert. It was the weed, man. We were always after the better weed. And both of us hung out with bikers. Although I tended to hang out with bikers that tended not to like the Deadheads that much, so they kind of fucking mud checked them and see if they were just being, like, and yeah. But we had one kid that was a big deadhead that hung out with us, and we took him to the biker shop, or the tattoo shop, and Spike and all his buddies were bikers, and fucking, we're all in the back room, like 17, 18, smoking a bong, and Derek's sitting in the corner, and he's a little dude anyway, and he's got a tie-dyed Grateful Dead shirt on, and the rest of us are all punks or metalheads or some weird combination of both. And he keeps reaching for the bong, and Spike, the tattoo shop owner, keeps passing it past him. His name was Lawrence, but he didn't like it, so we called him Spike. That was his nickname. He'd pass it to me, and I would just look, and he would nod, and I'd be like, all right, I hit it and go. And, Derek grabbed it one time, and he stopped, he looks at him, he goes, who the fuck are you? And Derek stopped dead, turned pasty white. He's like, I came with those guys. He goes, I didn't ask who you fucking came with. I asked who the fuck you are. He's like, because I want to know who the fuck you think you are, too. He's like, grabbing my bong out of my fucking hand. I was passing it to Mike, and he's like, and I'm looking, and, he's looking. He's like, why are you grabbing my fucking bong, man? But he found out the kid was cool and just wanted to see how much shit he could take before he either fucking called his bluff or ran out of there legitimately scared. But Spike wasn't the dude to be afraid of. He had a friend in the room. His nickname was Boots. And he had these big-ass fucking engineer boots, but they had, like, work boot lug soles, not, like, the flat leather soles. And his favorite thing was try to get his whole fucking footprint in the side of somebody's face, is how he got the name. So they said. But, yeah, that guy was the scarier-looking motherfucker out of the three guys there. Tonto, which they called him, he was Greek, actually. But he had really olive skin, and he was tall with long black fucking hair. And they said he looked like Tonto from the Lone Ranger. That guy was kind of scary because he was big, but he was just too chill. But the Boots guy looked like he did a lot of blow. He was always fidgety and kind of jumpy. But that kid, yeah, Derek did shit his pants. He was happy to go the fuck home. Even though that's where you get the good weed from, man. The bikers always get the really good weed. Well, at least then. Mid fucking 90s. But yeah, that's where we got the really good pot from. Oh, you are just full of your fucking self, aren't you, dude? Yeah, he'll start doing that, and that's when I have to decipher whether Alice is talking about him, the dog, or the cat. But she'll be like, look at that fucking asshole. I don't know, man. I really kind of think it's just boredom. I also think I might need more flow in the tank. If there's more movement in the water, he'll have to exercise more, is, kind of the point. I try to put as much in there as I can, but this little canister filter is really only for the movement of the return. It doesn't really filter that much. I'm thinking about making it so there's nothing in there to filter anything and just have it running through like a pump to try to make it, the maximum possible flow. But I got the spray bar on there because on the 40 it did pretty good, but this is 75 gallons. It's a whole foot longer and fucking 6 inches deeper almost. The pump in the canister filter is rated for, I think, 50 gallons maximum. So it was perfect on the 40. But all I need to do is I gotta get a bigger pump. I should be able to get one soon. I get one that'll replace both of those as a intake pump for this filter. And then I can use one of them to be a wave maker. I can set that up to look like this, and all it does, it's a fan propeller inside of there, and it just pushes water. And I can angle it however I want it. I can suction cup it with the same suction cups that are on that now. And just for current, to create a current, some people think that they don't like to have water flow, and some people think they like it better than having none at all. And some people say they like it up to an extent, but I think he would like a little bit more than what I'm providing currently. I was thinking I got a small 90 gallon an hour pump I could put in there just to push the water. It's a little fountain pump, but it would stick to the side and push water across the fish tank without any, hose hooked up to it or anything. I should try that, actually. I do have a spare outlet. But, alright, let me go downstairs. I gotta start the truck because it's almost time to go get Alley Cat. I'll be right back. I'm back. But yeah, so I think if I make a little more current, he might calm down a little bit. I'm gonna try it. It's worth a fucking shot. But I'm still looking for a bigger tank. Something at least 5 feet. If I can get something 5 feet by 2 feet, I would be happy. I could at least get another Oscar. Give him someone to play with. And I could potentially get an Acara or two, or an Acara and another South American cichlid that'll hold their own, not let the fuckers bully them. But if not, the 2 Oscars would be cool. I was thinking an albino. Because I like the albino. If you get one that's got a lot of orange and it keeps the orange kind of like he did. But yeah, they do better in groups. You could do 2. They seem to do better in like even numbers, I think. But you could do like 7, but you need a few of them, because if you get a mix of boys and girls, it's fucking inevitable that they're going to pair up. And then they're going to get aggressive with the other fish. And if you have multiple breeding pairs, say you got seven Oscars, and you fucked up and ended up with, 4 boys and 3 girls, and you got 3 mated pairs in there, that one boy is going to get fucked up. So 2 is, like, for me, is probably perfect. I mean, he would probably be cool with another, like if I got a Jack Dempsey, just a friend, you know what I mean? Because I am kind of scared to put another Oscar and end up with a male and a female. But I'm kind of scared if it's 2 males, they'll fight too. But could always, keep them separated. But I would like to get something big enough to have 2 where they could they could get away from each other far enough where they don't feel like the other one's intruding. So the bigger the better. 6 foot by 2 foot is my optimum floor size for it. So it would probably be 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. I think that's 135 or 150. But that's about what I could safely hold on my floor in the living room without having to put up a couple supports in the basement. Yeah, it's big enough. I saw it was fucking 200 miles away, and I'm not driving 200 miles. But a guy had and it was really salt encrusted from his reef that he had. But he had a 8 foot long, 2 foot wide, 2 foot deep, 180 gallon tank. I don't think it might have been only like 20 inches deep, but 8 foot by 2 foot. I would love to get that fucking thing. Even if I did have to put a fucking header and some columns in the basement. But still looking for one for a reasonable price. I'm kicking myself in the ass for that one that was over by my fucking kid's house, his mother's house, a few months ago. Free 125. 6 foot by 18 inches. I would have sufficed with that. This is 18 inches front to back. That would have been fine. 6 foot long would have made it okay. Yeah, for a little bit. But like I said, I think I'm going to I got an aluminum yardstick with measurement. It's a measuring stick. So I'm going to put it across here. And I'm going to see when he's swimming across the surface, I'm going to put it across the top and see if I can't get an estimate anyway. Because like he doesn't really look at, like all the time I'm looking at him, it doesn't, like, I'm like, man, he really hasn't grown much in the last month. And then some days I look and it's like, wait, fucking, like he got noticeably bigger if you really look. But I got to actually have reference. Like I can't really get the scale of them, but if I can get them floating across the top with a fucking ruler, I can get a fairly close estimate to how long he is. And then even how wide he is from left to right, how thick he is. I mean, he's as thick as a 2x4 right now. And taller. If you put it sideways, he's definitely taller than a 2x4. And he's at least as thick. Come on, come this way, dude. I don't know. I got a split in a minute. Can we see him? No. Where'd you go? Oh, you're right under the brace, you prick. No, because that's there. You're a bastard. But yeah, he's a pretty thick fish. But I'm going to have to call it quits for now, guys. I got to go pick Alley Cat up. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me, everybody. If I don't see you before, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll probably definitely see you before New Year. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Merry go fuck yourself, whatever you want. Night, fuckers.